What's going on, guys? It's Mose coming to you with one of my most exciting videos, I think. We have beta21. It just dropped. It should be in your Steam updates now. If it's not, go ahead and check. You should have a 14.9 megabyte update, super quick and easy. But there's a lot of changes I feel like that bring to this that have been brought to the table. First off, is not the main menu. That is not a change. That is a mod. You can get that on GPBmods.com. It's a really good mod. Brings in a new main menu and it brings in new sounds too. So let's give these new sounds a listen. Pretty cool. I like it. Something for me. Maybe not something for you, but it definitely beats the old loading screen. Now, speaking of loading, when you load into anything for any time with beta21, you'll notice that you now actually get what is syncing. You don't just get stuck on the syncing. And in testing, you can actually move your mouse around now. You can finally move your mouse around, because I feel like in the past, whenever you would try and move your mouse around, the whole screen was just frozen and you just have to wait. So now that we are in the on track, or not on track, but we're in the lobby, let's go ahead and look over what's going on inside of your garage. Now your garage, you're going to notice when you load up, first things first is you're going to be on the default setup. And there's a reason behind that. If you go to your suspensions, we can now individually adjust the spring weights for the left and the right fork. And that is something that with beta20e we weren't able to do. So with beta21, we can do that. Now I've already gone in, I've already done my new setup. You can just copy over your old setup. If you don't have screenshots of it, you're kind of shit out of luck, but you can't apply your old setups. It won't work. You can see nothing is changing here. Yeah, nothing is changing. So, but things will change with this setup. Other than that, though, nothing is going to set up, or nothing is going to change for your setups. It's kind of shit out of luck. You got to remake them. And that's for all tracks. That's not just for Hareth. That's for any track that you go to. You're going to have that issue. So suspensions, if you need a good setup, I'll let y'all copy it. So here's my general tab. Here's my suspensions tab. Here's my drivetrains tab. My others, and my ECU. Should be a good setup. So let's go ahead and get out on track. Now, if you don't believe me that we are on beta21, go ahead and Control V. There you go. Down in the bottom right hand corner, it says beta21. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the new age. So now there's a couple things I want to talk about before we actually get out on track. I want you to take a listen, and I want you to hear a couple things. There have been a couple changes to audio. It seems as if, and I don't have patch notes yet, Pabobo hasn't released the patch note. Paboso hasn't released the patch notes, and so it's hard to tell really what has changed. So we're just going off of what the community has said. A lot of us are already testing it. A lot of us are looking into it. I have found a lot of things different. One of the things is when you get on throttle on corner exit, you're going to hear your rear tire do a little something. You're going to hear your rear tire squirming for grip. You can actually hear it sliding and that traction control kicking in. You're not going to hear like the audible brrrr of the motor kicking, but you're going to hear that rear tire starting to slide. Just like how when with beta20e, if you would back that rear end into a corner, you'd hear it kind of skip and drift. Well, now you're going to hear that skipping noise, but on corner exit. It's very subtle, so I've got the audio turned up really high, and it's hard to notice, but you will notice it. Especially if you've got a good set of IEMs, earbuds, headphones. If you've got even a decent one, I think could probably pick it up, but I picked it up almost immediately. Another thing that you're going to pick up is that now when you are tucked in behind your windscreen, there's no more wind noise. You're in a complete bubble, just complete silence. It's you and the motor. That's it. There's no more wind. I think that's really cool. From my experiences with racing IRL, it's the same thing. You get that same kind of vibe, that same feeling, and it's really peaceful. It's actually pretty nice to see that. Now, in terms of physics, I haven't noticed a lot, but I feel like he's done some rework to the front end physics. Because you'll notice, and I'm going to do it because I've been doing it a lot, fun fact, I recorded a video already, and I had my mic muted inside of Streamlabs, so I had to scrap that whole video. But in the first video, I kept tucking the front end on corner entry because the bike just was unpredictable. And I've noticed that I think he has done something with the front end. In the famous words of Javi, one of our track makers, I'm going to read a quote from him. He says, I think Poboso has either fixed the front suspension or finished, quote, messing it up. I don't know yet until I can test it, and that's why it's changed the way it feels. So there are probably a lot of mods to update, or most of them. And so there has been a front end update. I think that's pretty clear amongst all of us. There was one point in my old video where I did feel like the front was gonna tuck, and I got a warning. It felt like the front like slid and then caught. It was weird. It's hard to explain. I don't have the clip because I already deleted that video and erased it out of my recycling bin, but it was there. So a couple things I want y'all to notice for is just how unpredictable the bike is now under braking. It's a lot less stable. The audio for the rear tire and the audio for when you're tucked in, I think those to me are the top 3 changes that he's made. But let's go ahead and get out on track. The audio is gonna be pretty loud because I've got it high up, but I want y'all to hear this kind of stuff. Excuse me. Also, you're gonna notice no more max out. Gotta have that updated. That's gotta be updated. So that sucks. No more vibrations or anything like that, which is it's a pain, man. I relied on the vibrations for so much knowledge and information, but it is what it is. We'll get over it. He'll update it. But let's go ahead and get on track, guys, and I will see y'all after my outlap. All right, guys, we are coming up to the final corner here. Before we do anything, I want to do just a full lap with no talking, so that way y'all can hear everything that I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and I'll shut up for a lap, and y'all will see everything and hear everything that I'm talking about. I really do feel like that would have been savable with beta20E. I genuinely believe that I would have saved that with beta20E. But anyways, I'll go ahead and shut up. So, overall, you can definitely tell there's been some changes. I'm getting the front end seems to wobble a lot more. It seems to not be a lot more uneasy. I'm sure that with the setup that you can tune a lot of that out, as you can with a lot of things with setups. But overall, this is a pretty decent update. Oh my god, see, that's what I was talking about right there. I feel like in beta20E, the front end when it tucked, but with 21, I think it might have actually just saved it. Whew, that was nasty. This is actually turning out to be a pretty decent lap. I'm going to focus up real quick, guys. Man, dude. I feel like that would have been fine. But also with 20E, man, you could get some gnarly tank slappers even with your steering damper on maximum. See, the rear end right there. Rear end just got squirrely out of nowhere. It was stable mid-braking and then just, or it was stable and then mid-braking it just decided it was going to get all fucky on me. That bike was squirrely, and I don't know whether to blame it on me or the update, because sometimes I'd get weird things like that happening with 20E, so it's just hard to tell the frequency of them and how often they're occurring. That would have been 100% savable. 100% I could have saved that with the old update. I cannot get a lap without crashing. I don't know. I think Pabobo might have fucked up the front endo. Oh man, I just pooed my pants right there. Sorry, about to have another nasty tank slapper. This is gonna be a really good lap. If I had to guess, it's probably gonna be a mid to low 38. 39.2. But yeah, guys, that's it. That's my first look on the new Beta 21. Again, as you can see, we are on indeed Beta 21 down here in the bottom right hand corner. Overall, I think there is a lot that has been done. It's just really hard to tell. We don't have the patch notes, so we don't really know what to be looking out for right now. I've checked on Paboso's website. I've checked on Steam. We'll check again before we cancel the video, close out of the video. But from what I can tell, there isn't really anything going on. Let's check the store page, see if there are updates. Release date, I did just hear bike rev. That's weird. Yeah, guys, I don't. Where? No. It used to show. Okay, well, MX Bikes just did a fucking update while I was recording the video. That's weird. It used to show the updates there. That's really strange. A little more activity. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, the patch notes still aren't there. So, as far as the world is concerned, we're still on beta 20e, but what the reality is we're on beta 21. Now, guys, a little bit more before we end. Guys, I'm thinking about hosting a new league. It's going to be a one bike league. I'm not going to name the bikes. If you're in the right Discords, though, you'll know the bike. I've already chosen it. It's going to be a Moto America revamp series, so a lot of North American tracks with a little bit of sprinkling of European and maybe an Asian track in there somewhere. I think I'm going to do an Asian track, and I think I know what Asian track we're going to do, but I'm not going to tell you because I don't want you to go out and practice on that Asian track yet. It's a really good one, though. I think we'll have a lot of fun with it. So if you want to keep an eye out for that league, guys, I'm going to be posting updates in my Discord about it. I'll also be posting updates in the actual official GPBikes server, Discord server, so make sure to join both of those if you're not already joined in either of them. So that way you can keep up to date with the league. It should be starting, if I'm going to start it, which I think I am. I think I'm going to host the league. It'll probably be within the next 3 or 4 weeks that I start it. I have a lot of things coming in life, and I have to figure those things out before I can throw a lot of my time into this league. But other than that, guys, though, thank you so much for coming by. I really do appreciate you giving me this time of your day to watch my video, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.